Welcome guys from the Sweatbox here up in Thailand. Hope you're all doing well. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get the show on the road. 50 likes is the target, guys. If I get 50 likes, I will be doing a free VIP membership giveaway, and trust me, it is well worth it. Plenty of content in there for you. Alrighty guys, good morning, good afternoon, and a very good evening. Welcome guys, hope you're all doing well. So big day yesterday, obviously, with the news with FOMC, and a bit of a shock. It's a cut by 50 basis points. So they mentioned yesterday that they were factoring about 60% chance that it could be cut by 50 basis points, which obviously impacted gold initially to the upside, but I'm not sure what was said after it. It was well after my bedtime, so I have no idea. And perhaps the rhetoric was that they might not be cutting rates anytime soon moving forward yet again. So I'm not sure, because gold obviously did retrace, as did the majors after the news. The good thing is it made some clean moves, which is good. It didn't leave massive wicks in any direction, so that makes it, in my opinion, a little bit easier for us to look for potential options today. We have some pretty clean traffic. So guys, I hope you're all doing well. Please smash that like button, let the others know we are on stream. We are looking for 50 likes today, and I will be running that giveaway. So just took a GJ sell. To be honest, I closed out break even yet again. Had about 6.5 pips. Just wanted to manage it before the stream started, and unfortunately it's just taken me out. Looks like it could go again, to be honest. But anyway, we will do the analysis. Obviously GJ Gold and Gbpcad is my new trading pair. So if anyone has any questions or any charts, please feel free to send those in. And without further ado guys, let's do what we do best. Let's get cracking and have a look at the analysis. Actually, let's quickly look at the news yet again. Big day for the pound with the monetary policy statement. So the official bank rate is forecast to be as per the previous. However, with what happened out of FOMC, would that suggest maybe a slight chance of the Great British pound, the Bank of England, softening their stance on monetary policy as well? So we'll have to wait and see a little bit later on. GJ, we start with GJ? Why not? So looking at GJ, and let me turn the music down. I forgot I turned it up pre-stream. Let me turn it down a bit so you guys can hear me a little bit better. Been told I speak softly. It's a crock of shit sometimes. That's only because you don't always need everyone to hear what you're saying. Sometimes it's better they don't hear. All right, looking at the weekly, strong bullish candle, high low, high high to the previous, bullish engulfing candle. Let's mark in that previous weekly candle high, and let's just see what we've got around that level. And we're also going to see what we've got within this weekly candle, because by looking at it, what I am more entitled to do is look to see where we potentially could pull back to within that weekly candle to once again either form a support or if we begin to break below those levels, that potentially provides a level to get involved in sell options, guys. So looking at it just now, looking at it on the daily time frame, so daily is bullish, bearish, sorry, in structure and probability upside, tapping into that resistance. I did send in the charts and analysis to the members group and did make mention of this level. It is a pretty strong level that we are currently rejecting. So if anyone is in further sells, you're probably doing okay. I did send a alert into the VIP about the trade idea, so hopefully some of them might be in it. Looking at the 4-hour structure, and the 4-hour is technically bullish, definitely split bullish, but can't deny the fact where it's at. It's at a very strong resistance. We're just going to drag this up and we'll adjust it accordingly on the M30 time frame. As far as support, we've got that level there, so that is that daily resistance that we are potentially pulling back. So I'll leave it in for the time being, but I might just delete it shortly. So we're technically bearish, as we can see on the 4-hour time frame. Bullish, sorry, bullish, try that again. The bullish in a weekly, bearish in a daily, bullish in a 4-hour, and the 30-minute is technically bullish. So the bias is flipped to the upside. However, even though the bias is flipped to the upside, to be honest, guys, seeing the level it's at, I mean, it would make sense to be in sells just now. What I'm going to do is what I did for the members group. I'll just draw in a couple of zones here. I'm just going to shift this across to the most recent price action. And what we did have was some support, which we have just broken through it. And we're now dropping below it. So if you're currently in sells, I mean, it's looking pretty good. And what I'm going to do is mark in a zone to the downside there, that previous 4-hour resistance / daily resistance. And what I want to see is how, and if and when price does pop down to that level, how we react to it. So we'll be definitely looking for buys from it, because we're still going to be bullish in structure. So it just depends how price approaches that level as to what sort of catalyst I need to look for, but definitely interested in buying it from this support on the retest of that daily / 4-hour resistance around that 188, 120 to 130 sort of level, or 188 flat above that point there. So further buy options, well, we pull back anywhere really. We are in an uptrend. We do pull back and form a high low within between that resistance. I would prefer it to come back down, but it may not necessarily do so, because we actually have closed above just here. Let me zoom in on it. So it doesn't necessarily need to pull back and retest it. Closed above it here, and we have retested it immediately on the following candle. So it will not surprise me if we pull up a little bit before that to form that support in the uptrend and look for a buy really anywhere above that level. Now, as far as the sell option, so further buys above the highs, going to be a bit of a tricky one. We've got some resistance here to the left. So what I'd be looking out for, so the sell options, if we did pull back to retest the zone, if we make a clean move down just now, pull back to retest that zone only to reject it, then I would play, I would look for the sells from the resistance. That was to be the case. Look for your catalyst in price action, obviously, from that level. Then we have moved away from it just now, and if we are to once again pull back and retest it, we don't necessarily need to though, but at some point we're going to either pull back to retest after making an impulse to the downside, or we're going to pull back to that 4-hour resistance and form a support above it. So we'll have to wait and see what it does first, and then that would be our general direction as to what we'll be looking for. If it does make a clean move now, pull back to retest that zone, look for sells. So is anyone in a GJ sell right now? I mean, you're looking good. I did call it into the VIP group, a trade idea, into that section. All right, so that is GJ. So right now I'm just waiting for it to pull back. Let's now take a look at gold. So gold making a little bit of a move just now. The weekly has a high low, high high to the previous, forming almost the doji candle. Currently weak bearish, but it would not still surprise me whatsoever if it did end up flipping back bullish. Looking at the daily, pushing up strong against that previous daily candle. Now it does have a higher low. Previous daily closed with a long wick rejection from the upside, breaking the all-time high yet again. The back of the news only to reject. We are pulling back low, as I mentioned, quite significantly, and also the weekly potentially flipping back bullish. So bullish in structure on the daily, bullish in structure on the 4-hour. Very, very choppy area price action. I'm gonna mark in the zones on the M30. All right, so what we can see is gonna mark in the low just there. I'm gonna incorporate the bearish candle low. As far as resistance, I mean, that's the immediate 4-hour range. Now we've just broken the level of resistance, so below it will form support, and it's a 15-minute support. So I'm just gonna mark that in. And what I can see on gold, I mean, right now, if it makes this continuously upside, I'm just going to need to look for a pause. I'm going to need to look for some sort of pause to look for a buy. Otherwise, it's a little bit too late to the party. So that's what I'm going to be waiting for a little bit of a pause. Favor options on the pullback, retest this support if it does form support. Bearish instruction of 30, it's the only time frame is technically bearish. Almost more the weekly if the candle itself is forming a bearish one just now, but it could be flipping anytime soon. So buys upon the pullback to that level, sells below that 15-minute support. Definitely something I would consider. And seeing the 30-minute is bearish. I would also consider really sells anywhere below this resistance. As long as we get the right catalyst within price action, I would definitely be considering my sell options from higher up, guys. So right now in this sort of situation, I'm looking for a potential pause play. Now the 5-minute twice presented, or 3 times. One time you would have maybe been triggered in. One time would have been triggered in just there. The others would have missed. We've just missed being triggered in. So I could be looking at something like that to try to find a way into gold at the moment, because it is clean to the left hand side. So that is gold, guys. Smash the like button, don't forget it. Smash the like button, let others know on stream. Yeah, anyone in GJ, let me know. Any of the members in GJ, let me know. All right, now let's look at Gbpcad. So looking at the weekly once again, forming a strong bullish candle, very strong bullish candle. So based off that, we'll look to see what levels we've got for potential buys. If those levels break, do we have clean traffic to the left for potential sells below? Daily, almost a bullish engulfing in the previous daily. Structure wise, it is bullish. Current daily open with a gap to the downside, but it's how it flipped back bullish. Just marking the low of the current daily, see what we've got below that point there. Onto the H4, and that is also technically bullish, but pretty choppy price action. Marking that most recent support, the resistance will follow. We'll worry about it on the 30 to the left. I don't have data. I checked out before. There is no data. Got to go back way too far. So into some really key levels that it's not been at for a long time. The downside looks like we've got some clean traffic below at 1794. Onto the 30-minute, and structure wise, it remains bullish as well. So we create the impulse to the upside. We even create a slight higher just here. So therefore, so long as we remain above this support, we're structurally going to be bullish on the M30. Will mean we're bullish across the board, which would mean I would rather look for the buys. Now, what we're doing just now is approaching. I'm going to, first of all, below that support, closure below, rejection, sell options, flipping structure there. Let's see on a 15. Or I got that level, mark it in. So we're now approaching we're at a resistance. Now at a resistance. Above it, we've got some clean traffic to the left. So have we created any? We have created a bit of a pause prior to it. So all right, buys above the high. Buys above the high would be something I'm definitely considering. At this stage, I want to see closure above, seeing we've come from below the resistance technically. If we do reject at this rate, it looks like potential sells. Is there the margin though? May consider still an early option below that point there. Don't quite have 10 by the looks of it, but it could be an early option. The 30-minute looks a little bit cleaner. So we'll see. That's pretty much it on Gbpcad. I mean, obviously got resistance to the upside. I don't have to draw it in. If we do eventually pull up to that level I need to reject, I would consider selling it as well from that point. So once again, guys, hopefully that all makes sense. I can take a breath. Ladies and gentlemen, what are we looking at today? Let me know. Javid, is the music better now? Because I did turn it down. Should be better now. Not sure if you said that prior to me turning it down or not. Members, link is about to be sent. It is sent just now. Alright, so GJ, let's look at it again. 9 minutes until this 15-minute closes. GJ closes week bullish. There's a re-entry there. GJ closes week bullish. There's a re-entry there. Yeah, sorry. So members, when you join, just make sure to mute up. So the focus at the moment likely to be GJ. All right, guys, who we got here today? Don't be shy to say g'day. One day will be the giant stream. One day we'll show all those others. This is pretty much back to numbers when I started, to be honest. Franco, good morning to you. Mohammed, good morning. Carl, as always. Nags, as always. Javid. Carl got the same as you and GJ and Gold. That was a very clean setup, GJ. And actually, it was a pretty nice setup, actually. Safe now, sitting on my hands. Fair enough, mate. I need some sort of pause on Gold to trust it right now. Otherwise, I was making coffee when this was moving and I was preparing. I don't want to sit in this room all that long if I can, because it is, you guys just, some of you might understand. And if you come from a tropical sort of country, but it's so steamy in here. And it's okay. It's not as bad right now because the sun's gone down, but when the sun's out, oh god. It just right onto the back of this room, the window there, so. Number one, thank you, Nags. We will get there. Could take a year or 2 or 3. We'll get there. We'll show that dude that wears a mask. Doesn't show his face. We'll show all the others as well. We'll show them. Not saying they're bad traders, but we'll get there. I mean, yesterday went to show as well that we just wait patiently. We got the move. Patience. Steve, morning to you, mate. Hope you're well. So some could have already been GJ sells from earlier. Aussie is pumping, but not against the currency I need it to pump against. Sucks. It really sucks when you know you're gonna have a bill. Aircon. I think it's completely blown, or something, the wiring's gone. Almost caught fire. There almost was no stream yesterday. I actually did give out a little flame, but luckily just turned off and went out. There's probably too much moisture in there for it to continue anyway. So how's the week been, guys? How's it going? Been a good one for me. Much better than last week. Next, would I consider a sell limit on GJ at 188,720? 720? What's it, 720? Not sure, unless it's a different broker, different price. Do you mean that? You mean 820? No, this is, for me, this isn't a sell limit type of scenario. A sell limit would only be valid for me in this scenario if, for instance, this closed very weak. Like this candle closed like so. And let's just say the new candle has no upper wick, so I don't enter and I have to wait for it to close. Then I'd consider a sell limit from the low of that bullish candle. As that being the pause, that bullish candle in an impulse downside. Still got clean traffic to the left in anticipation. Pull back on the new candles, grab liquidity. Where it could it pull back to? Often I see it pull back to lows of the pause and then make the move down. So
Hey, good morning, man.
how are you, brother?
I'm okay so far. How about you?
Good to hear it. Yeah, good. All good. Just a bit hot, but otherwise all right.
Better than cold.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I whinge about being cold. I whinge about being hot.
How many degrees you have?
Look, outside's 30. Well, when I was driving before, it said 33. The humidity is probably about 90.
Oh my god. Okay.
But it's the room because I don't have aircon because the aircon died yesterday. So got a little fan just sitting on top of the computer tower. But
Okay.
it's
So
trying.
it's starting the autumn in Germany slowly.
It's getting cool.
Yeah, it was cold. Last week we had in the night 6 degrees, so
Yeah.
I have to start the heating, house
Yep.
heating. So but this week it's a little bit warmer. But nevertheless, so it's starting to be autumn here. Yeah. So how it was going yesterday? You was there for NY session?
NY, yeah. Yesterday
Okay.
we called some nice trades. Actually, we called some really nice trades. GJ
Okay, good.
buy, which had no drawdown, and I can't remember where it exactly was. We've got 2 minutes. Keep an eye on GJ, guys. If we close week bearish, bullish, sorry, I'm gonna look for a sell below low. Yesterday, here. No, here.
Okay.
Was it here? Let me think of the time. That's 10 p.m. I think it was there as this candle flipped and broke tie, and it pushed for about 11 pips, and then
But this was not in the because in the London session I was also there. There I took a GU
Yeah.
buy.
no, this is NY open just there.
Okay. Mhm.
And Naz was perfect. Naz was absolutely perfect, the entry yesterday. That was here,
Okay.
and that was really, really nice. Nice closure below. Thank you for this up. Long wick to the upside, closing back near its low, rejecting. Bit of an upper wick, and that was easy pickings for Naz.
Did you took this or you only
No,
called
no.
it? Yes.
No.
Okay. Not to pair. So I have heard you are looking right now on GCAD.
Yeah.
Okay, new pair for you.
Wow, pushing too. Same thing as yesterday. Yeah, new, old but new.
Ah, okay.
I used to trade it a long time ago.
Okay.
So, looking at GJ, guys, for a potential entry, what's the low of this bullish candle? I wouldn't show up, probably because I was just in that trade before. Uh, 512, so about 495. This count closes as is. I'll be looking for it. Oh, can't close much higher. Now we use the fib. Closes above the 50, it's too strong of a closure. Plain and simple, don't break rules. That is my rule. If it closes as such, I need to wait 15 more minutes. So it has closed too strong, so I'm not going to take it. And that's the beauty of these rules, guys. It's just, oh, should I or should I not? That's simple now, but the answer is no. My rule to determine whether it's a weak or strong close, and in this situation, a weak close will allow me the impulse entry below low, as per my rules. For me, to know whether it's a weak or a strong candle, it has to close below 50. Closed above it, and since now broken higher the previous candle, so that suggests there's a little bit too much strength, and now we're broken higher, there is potential for it to continue to maybe retest that zone yet again. However, if it does pull back once again and close to or engulfing that previous bullish candle, the entry could be back on the table at the closure of the 30. Very simple. Gold, still no pause. It needs a pause. Gbpcad made the move.
Yeah, I've looked on GU and I miss it. I miss it at the end.
Very similar to Gbpcad, isn't it?
Yeah, but the issue for me, I didn't find really a pause of on the 50. There was something like that, a little bit higher, but I was not so confident to take it at the end. Yeah, it tapped in, but I think it was going too much from the downside already without really having a
it's a tough one. Look, would have been very, very tempted. It's easier to say afterwards.
Yeah,
but I definitely would have been considering that. The way it broke below the previous candle, tapped into that resistance, only to close back right up near its high, suggests to me it's grab liquidity from the downside. That would have probably been my cue personally. But it's all good. Don't you know yourself? We don't stress it. We just reassess. And there could be other options. So GJ pulling back, that's not bad. It's the same cue. If this 30 now closes weak bullish, I'm going to put the order back in. The coffee's not hot, guys, so you're wondering why I'm drinking hot coffee and whinging about being in a sweatbox. Good coffee though, new one.
What do you think about maybe the Bank of England about cutting the rates?
Later. Well, see, a lot of the time the Western countries tend to follow the direction of the US. But the Bank of England were one of the first to cut, I think, after the ECB. So perhaps they might create a little bit of a shockwave and cut by 25 basis points based off the fact that the Fed cut by 50. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I'm not too sure, to be honest. I'll just mute you, mate, while you're on the phone. Yeah, so obviously a lot will be dependent on what's said in the actual policy summary. I know I was reading online some little stuff from back in Oz, and I was saying perhaps now they might start to think about cutting, whereas before I was saying there's no way they're going to cut anytime soon. Australia's been one of the most hawkish, the Reserve Bank of Australia, when it comes to inflation, which is what's needed, to be honest. But it's not great for people with loans and that. But still, I can't see how the US, why they've cut it and why they've cut it so much when there's no way inflation's under control. People are forgetting years and years ago, interest rates were like, what, 12% or more, something, years and years ago. And the thing is, if they're cutting rates now and they're saying equities, you know, S&P's in a bubble, NASDAQ's in a bubble, what do you think that's going to do? If they're cutting interest rates now, it's just going to spur it on. There's going to be more credit in the market. There's going to be more exuberance, and everything at one point has got to come crashing down, and it will be a bigger crash. That's the issue. It will be a chaotic one. It'll be one that's going to take a lot of time to recover from. I think part of it is most of the Western economies do not want to admit to being in recession, especially the US as well. But the truth is that it's unavoidable, basically. And they're trying as hard as they can to cling to not admitting it, but fact is, they best just to admit it and start cutting losses, cutting back on credit and things like that. The amount of debt out there is just ridiculous. So I've got debt, everyone's got debt. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people do. They're all inflated. I mean, you've got bloody futures contracts on the most ridiculous things these days. There's a futures contract probably on the bloody backyard coffee table. That's just how ridiculous it's become. You have a futures contract on how long my beard will get, or how many grey hairs I'll have in the next 3 months. About we do that, guys. Who's in on that? Luke? I'm just talking a bit of shit. Wait. No, mate. Gold still moving. Alright, so still there is, and this is gold all freaking week. No wicks. Up wick, no lower wick. Basically no up wick here, pretty much no lower wick there, basically no up wick there. So hard to trust. I need a pause. I definitely need a pause. Gbpcad. It's made a bit of a move. Needs to now I'm going to draw in that resistance. And let's see how it reacts to it. They're still focused on GJ at the moment. I think it's the closest of any.
Where was your entry for your sell trade this?
GJ?
GJ, yeah?
Just a little bit below that blow.
Okay.
So it's around the 70. Let me check.
So you waited until you closed the M30 candle?
698. That M30 closed. This one popped down. It actually just broke the low. It popped back up, popped back down, popped back up, and then when I saw it, breaks again. There's a good chance it was gonna leave this zone properly and make a move. So lean back again now.
So and then it went back, and then you managed risk, or
yep.
Okay.
Which is all good.
And then it went again down, right?
Yeah. As it does, but it's all good. Trade's taken. Let me get rid of that. That was from yesterday. Want it to real, love for it to reject. I think it's going to be easier to sell, to be honest. As far as the traffic wise, it's a lot cleaner to the downside than what it is to the upside. I mean, it's the upside. You could just drag this up. Yeah, it's a bit cleaner above that level. So I'm probably going to need closures above 189.50, to be honest, in regards to the buys. So guys, anyone in a trade right now, let me know. Y for yes, N for no. Very simple question. 30 of you on stream. Fantastic if 30 of you would answer. Thank you, Franco. Calm. Thank you. Joe took gold earlier. Okay, nice one. Luke, you're doing really well though. You're doing really well. As far as your markups are really clean. You're spotting some quality catalysts for entries and things like that. I know you're not trained just yet, but it's going to put you in good stead when you start to you know, go down the live training path. All good, mate. All good. Keep asking questions. That's the best way to learn, best way to level up. It never annoys me. I actually enjoy it because it shows that you're interested. Just bear with me sometimes if I don't get back for a while, because it might be like today at the gym or whatever. Next, we're gonna attempt to sell limit there. Oh, 720. Yeah, you would have been in February drawdown, wouldn't you? All good. Got to the gym this morning and hours out there too, so there was no aircon for like the first 20 minutes or so. So that was a real sweat box.
Is there in Thailand a lot of power losses during the day?
In certain parts, yes. I think Bangkok actually rates as the #1 for power failures in the world, like the frequency of it. A place we used to rent, which is it's literally maybe 500 meters. It's on a different grid. It's not the same suburb technically, even though it's right next to it. They used to always cut out every week. To be a power cut, but here we're lucky. Here we don't seem to get it.
And how long it is? This power loss?
Oh look, sometimes it lasts for a while, sometimes it lasts for a few hours, but most of the time it's pretty quick. Most of the time it's 10 minutes or so, 5-10 minutes.
Okay.
I remember one particular night when my son was I think he was 1 at the time, when we were waiting for this house to be finished. We were renting not too far from here, and I cut out and I was dying. He was dying. He was crying, obviously, just a baby. So I just had to go in the car and drive for like 3 hours. I left his mama home. She didn't want to go, and I'm like, well, I can't handle it, and he couldn't handle it. So we, after 3 hours, it came back on. Like we go home.
Well, but for the people there, it's
Probably quite normal. Yeah, they're used to it. Yeah, it's because of all the weather and that. Ooh, get some crazy weather. A lot of people using power. Obviously, a lot of aircon running, things like that. Brad, good afternoon to you, mate. Welcome. Is gold gonna stop? We'll get a pause here. About to get a pause on 15. That's all right. All right. So potentially pre-London, the 15 minutes prior to London Open, there could potentially be a trade. But this candle's closing okay. The volume is just a bit of a trickle though. The volume doesn't seem to be that strong at the moment. But if the next candle closed, for instance, something like so, and significantly above that pause, so I'd say about 7 or 8 pips above, then I'd set a limit order for the high of that bearish candle. Then track to the left still. Anticipation is going to pull back, create a lower wick. So I need to wait now for this candle to close, and I want it to close strong bullish engulfing. I'm going to take an impulse entry just at the moment. The GJ's obviously closed a strong bullish candle. Bullish engulfing, alright. About 19 pips. Stop loss is a bit wide. Feel like it's buying a little bit too high up, in all honesty. Yeah, on the M30 you got about 13, 14 pips once you account for spread. Potential GJ buys, guys. Potential if you based off the bullish engulfing candle. But the issue is you got a wise stop. If you're based on for 30, you're looking at about 40 plus pip stop loss, targeting 10 pips. I'm not that keen on that, to be honest. Stop loss on the 15 will be a bit better. Still looking at, once you account for spread, 30 pips minimum. Yeah. Now the other option for gold is if this candle closes bearish engulfing the M30, then there's going to be sells at London Open. Because it's still technically bearish on the 30-minute time frame. So if anyone is looking to take GJ, you probably have to have your stop loss below 15. Gets triggered in, what I would say is going to flip and break so low again. I'd probably manage at that point. You have bubbles of about 7-8 pip drawdown. I don't know. I just don't like it at the moment. Anyone taking JJ? That's you, Franco. Charles? Yeah, it's you, mate. I left? Yeah, I'm not trusting it. It's just there's not a great deal of margin on the 30. So if it does go, I'd rather just see how it reacts. We've got resistance here.
Yeah, the issue is for me stop loss at the end, just.
Yeah, that's the stop loss is massive. Off the 30, it's over 45 pips, and off the 15, it's over 30. It's around 30 pips.
So if maybe the actual candle have a lower wick, a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe then, but with the circumstances, not.
Yeah, I agree. Colin holding a sell. Okay. Wonder where you're in from, my friend. Hopefully you're in some profit. $19 likes, guys. We need 50. 50 is the target. 50, and I'll do a VIP giveaway. So we're scoping gold entries. It could be a buy or could be a sell. That narrows it down, doesn't it? What I mean by that, if it's a 30-minute bearish engulfing, the sells are going to be an option at London Open. Not going to take it up to 15. Would be nice if this 15 closes relatively strong, followed by a weak pause on the next M15 as well, just to add confluence. Tied in with a bearish engulfing M30, that'd be perfect. And the other option is if this 15 closes bullish engulfing, flips, or even the next M15, if this one just whatever, even closes as is, or a weak bullish candle, and the next one makes a bit more of a move, then buy limit orders could be an option for London Open. And GJ, let's see if it rejects or potential sells. I would prefer to sell it just simply because the level it's at, there's not a great deal of margin to the upside until we break above 189, 530, 540. Right now, I could just remove that zone. Actually, I could throw it in just there.
A question, Justin, to
mate.
To the zone which you marked in the support zone, the gray.
This
on
one?
GJ. Yeah, correct.
Yep.
So is this because on the, if you look on the left side, there is an area which not that much, more recent, yeah. So I think the prices cut through. What makes you then feeling to have here a support area?
This that's based off the 4-hour and the daily.
Okay.
Because the 4-hour and daily is not yet retested it since breaking yesterday. However, the 30 retested on the following candle, so it doesn't necessarily need to pull all the way back down to that point, but it still could, definitely could do. So I want to see if it does, and if it respects it, can look for a potential buy from above that level. And maybe if we consolidate around it and then start to pop below it, and it's likely coming down further.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Benny Chandler, good morning to you, brother. All good, mate, all good. That whipsaw, it's a good whipsaw though. It's not one of these shitty whipsaws that leave a candle looking like that, destroying a range. I like its strong body candles, so I'm pretty clean range at the moment, to be honest. It's not really trending. I mean, made a decent move, but to me it feels like it's lacking volume. To me it feels like it's a bank holiday day or something, where you got these no wick candles, a lot of those sort of candles forming. Doc, good morning to you. Welcome, welcome. Ben, very clean listening to Uncle Jerome. It's interesting watching go. Yeah, I'm not sure what he had to say. I'm assuming he may have come out and said something like maybe not going to cut again anytime soon. That's why I may have retraced a bit. I'd hate to be that guy, honestly. The amount of pressure on him. And not that he's the one who has the indecision or whatever, he's the spokesman or whatever. And they all, how many? There's 12 or something that decide the outcome. But he's the one who has to go up and front the audience. Pretend to know what he's on about, but to be honest, I feel that none of them have any idea about what they're on about. Oh, appreciate it. Thank you. Ben, I'd take you so into yeah, I suppose so. Last me like, that's a good point. You'd be on a very healthy package, that's for sure. Alright, GJ. Looking good. Now off the alley. Once again, issue will be stop loss. It's going to be a real issue. But we'll see what we can do. Brad could see it, yeah. The Aussie over 68 cents, yeah. Fantastic. Be great if it was flying against this thing though. Not. Try trading that. Yeah, you're in a trade, you're in 20 pip profit. Next candle opens with a gap of 40 pips to the downside. You're all of a sudden down 20 pips. What happens? I don't even know if brokers offer it, to be honest. Gold is just really lacking volume at the moment. We'll make VIP cheap next month. If it did, I would make it even cheaper. Not that it's not cheap as it is, but I get what you mean. The only reason why I have it is US dollars because it's a reserve currency, I suppose, even though really fiat money has no real value. Bennett's value. What did Uncle Jerome have to say? Did he say they're gonna cut again eventually, or but you said they'll have to play it by the data, each data release, and determine it based off that. Gold is just really dead in the water at the moment. Alright, let's focus on GJ. How can we get involved without a 50 pip stop loss at London Open? Ben laid out where and when he thinks interest rates will be over the next year. Healthy level of unemployment now. Oh, okay. Yeah. To be honest, I seriously don't know why they've cut. I think it's way too premature. Way too premature. Time to recalibrate and of course those key indicators. Yeah, again. It's very, I'm very surprised they that they've gone so hard at it. 50 basis points. Suppose if they say unemployment is high, it's gonna be less people spending, means inflation might not go up. But I mentioned before, inflation's, I have no idea about it. No idea about it. It's impossible to know. How can you track every product, goods, service, whatever, the price of it constantly? Inflation should be measured by the cost of oil and things like that. And oil is down. Well, for the most part, it's been down. But everything else is going up. Alright, so we've got under 15 minutes until London Open. Strong bearish engulfing candle. However, we are above support. Gold goes back bearish. Alright. If this closed weak bullish, this M15, like almost the doji candle, then I would be looking to sell it at London Open. That's what I'm likely going to be waiting for at the moment. However, it closes bearish engulfing M30 and we have a decent upper wick at the open. I still might look to sell it at London Open as well. Again, GJ, it's about the level now. If it closes below, my issue is going to be stop loss. I may have to use the 15 and require a decent upper wick on the London Open candle, because that will be a way of managing the trade if it does go backwards. Always need to think about the risk, not just where you're targeting. Plan for exit as well. You guys know I'm all about keeping those losses small. Gbpcad, nothing. So we'll watch gold. Oh, Mr. Phil, sorry, I just saw that, by the way. So you would have taken a similar entry to EJ, very similar. EJ looks really good, actually. It looks just a bit ahead of JJ. If this closed bearish engulfing right now on EJ, oof, that would be a cracking entry for London Open. Or even just a weak pause just here, very weak pause. So to me, EJ looks pretty good. Just depends, because it may make the move. Wouldn't be jumping in just now if you're not already in a trade, but otherwise wait for this candle to close and see where it's at. If it closes like so, fantastic. If it closed bearish engulfing M30, fantastic. Upper wick, and there's the entry on EJ. Back to gold. So I've got GJ open on my MetaTrader so I can keep an eye. It does come down. I'd say in likes, guys, if we could. You guys know the drill. Let's get those likes up. Want to do the giveaway, but again, stricter rules, even with the giveaway. Has to get to 50. Forget about it. What's gonna happen?
GG is also looking good on the 1 hour, just in right now.
Yeah, the 1 hour does look good. The rejection wick. Just the stop loss again is the only issue. Probably you're gonna have to, if it's based off the hourly, you're gonna need to wait for a new account to open, create a decent upper wick, and it would be valid based off that. So that's not a bad entry as well. Definitely enough margin as well.
Oh, there is a 1-to-1. Is there?
If you're talking about that resistance, where I've got marked in, it's a little bit less than it. Because the stop loss is going to be based off the hourly, just over 50, and the target's about 37 or something. 38.
Okay. Are you a little bit higher then? Okay.
Yeah, and the issue is the hourly high is the 30 high, so need to do something about stop loss with a bit of 15-minute or getting a new hourly opens up.
Yeah, it would be better. Surely, yeah.
Yeah. But the hourly does look really good. Mr. Phil, yeah.
Hey guys. Yeah.
G'day, mate.
How are you doing? Hi Franco, how are you?
Hi, Mr. Phil. Fine, and you?
I'm doing all right.
That's good.
How's the day going so far?
All good, mate. All good.
Okay, that's
No
nice.
trades taken. What about you?
It's a little bit. It's okay. I just got triggered in on a trade here on EJ, and it's playing a little bit. Let's see what happens.
Okay. This is what you mentioned in the chat, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it looks really good in the next at London Open. If it closed as is, looks really good.
But I'm already triggered in on that one.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Mhm.
I'd rather be in on next personally, but the thing is, if it pulls back to create the upper wick and doesn't end up coming down, at least you're, not affected by it, not involved. But otherwise, it still looks pretty good.
I actually, on the 1 hour, it's very similar to, like, it created a lower wick, pulled up, created an upper wick, then
And broke again.
I got triggered it as it break its own low again. So
Oh, okay.
let's see.
Yeah, still looks okay. Still looking pretty good.
So long as this closes bearish, I think it's going to be all right.
Yeah, I think if it closes near its low, especially, good chance that's a bit of a liquidity grab. It's tapped into that support. So yeah, essentially.
Equally on the hourly, I was looking at the GU, but that was I think that was on the GU. This is gold
gold.
here.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, this candle, but it didn't. This candle that break above closed without a top wick.
Yeah, and that one doesn't really have much of a low wick.
Yeah, I had a similar setup to what you have here, but this close without a top wick.
Yeah,
I was skeptical about it.
one of those weeks. Look at a lot of these candles. A lot of them don't have wicks in our direction.
And they just move.
Yeah, but like I mentioned though, the time I'll try to get involved in something is the time it's gonna screw me. And yesterday we waited for it to pull back to create a wick and got the entry and got the 10 pips plus. So again, proves if you just wait patiently, you eventually get your option. Eventually you will get one of those ones that actually pulls back, create the wick or afterwards, whatever, first or after. GJ is interesting, so it's probably looking the best at the moment, more so based off the hourly.
Yeah, the hourly looks really great.
Yeah, just the stop loss would have to be the 15.
Stop loss, yeah. The stop loss is going to be crazy.
There's no other choice but the 15 at the moment.
Oh, EJ just broke its own low again, so
yeah, it's looking good. That's looking very clean.
This might be even also
some. Well, it melted.
There you go.
Whoa!
Something.
That was. What was that?
Oh, something's breaking.
Manipulation.
What is going on, guys? If anyone has any...
I have no idea.
I think
I couldn't close it. I couldn't close it fast enough.
Yeah, one of those ones. I think you scared the little one too, by the sounds of it. That didn't make it easy.
Yeah. It just like, it almost tapped into my TP, and then it just reversed immediately.
Straight. Yeah, that's tough. Something with the yen, I'm assuming, because the pound hasn't acted strange, but it looks like it's still just pushing slowly. Gold pushing slowly. Must be something with the yen. Or your manipulation, as you said.
I didn't see that one coming. Like...
Oh, no one did. That's... Alright. Looks like we'll probably have to focus on gold for the time being. That makes it difficult that week. That really makes it tricky.
You mean on GPcad right now, you mean, Justin?
Yeah.
Week on the, yeah. So if you look on the 1 hour right now, so it doesn't look good anymore.
No.
Yeah.
30 looks shithouse as well. The 15. If I was considering buying it, looks okay, but there is no margin for that too. That's spoiled the fun of it. So it's now gold. Gold or GJ, if it drops and forms support, is probably what I need for the time being for entries. Funny, you look at that and you go to gold and you're like, something gonna happen. Colin couldn't close out as well. So yeah, don't know what happened there. Paulius, good day to you. What else is there? EU, everything's slowly trickling at the moment. AU got a bit of a pump. Keep going, you good thing. DA? Maybe it was something to do with pound. I doubt it, because EJ moved as well. Alright, how's it gonna close for... minute until London Open, and that is not what we want to see, to be honest. So I'm gonna focus on gold. Just keep watching gold now, guys. They're clicking every second. that for the time being. Anyone in trades right now? Colin is in the trade. Bill's in the trade. Leading into London Open.
I'm no longer in it. I closed it.
Oh, okay.
Because I didn't know what might happen. With that kind of volume, it might just
it's
flip and take me out.
A bit crazy. This is London Open just now. Yeah, the volume's a little overshot. A 30 pip stop loss on gold. It's a weak bearish candle. You're not clear the resistance on the 15, and the volume is just not there at the moment. Personally, I think gold looks like crap at the moment. So do respect the support here in GJ. Any questions, guys? Who's looking at gold, potential gold entries? And me, we need a strong closure of some sort. Need to prove that the volume is there, because at the moment, to me, it seems like it's struggling. Alright, so the pause play could eventuate. Now, I'll see how the 15 closes. If it closes about 8 pips above the high, then a limit order is also valid. Not taking the impulse from too far below the wick. A good closing in, Mr. Phil on EJ. Alright, so just over 9 minutes, guys. 9.5 minutes, just over. And we'll see where we're at on 15 minute on gold. Whether there is a potential entry on the next M15. Five minutes still below resistance as well. Close a trade off the M5. Probably needs to wait for a closure above that zone. What we got later for news is there employment claims. The US dollar I'm talking about for MI session. So the good thing is the pound's gonna have a bit of volume. We might be able to, hopefully it makes it actually make some clean moves. This is some more clean ranges playing in the statement. So I'll see members might try to jump on for that instead of usually start about 15 minutes after at that time. Cracking, guys. Everyone quiet, everyone in trades. Generally why people are quiet, that's what used to happen anyway. I remember the old group. When do you guys change your time, by the way, your clocks? When do your clocks goes backward now? It's usually around mid-October, isn't it?
In Germany, at the end of October.
Okay. Yeah, I think ours go forward in Melbourne anyway, in a couple of weeks. Oh, in about a month now, I think. It makes it tough because that means MI Open for me becomes, I mean, once they turn their clock back now, it means MI Open's midnight. I'll probably be pulling some late ones, to be honest. Not sure how I'll go about that, but I'll figure it out. Just have to permanently move here, that's the plan. just lacking gold, really lacking the volume right now. Since pre-3, it's just stopped. Is that move? GJ a little bit indecisive at the open. That wick's a tough one though. That really spoils it, to be honest. Let's see. I want to see out of 30. If the 30 close similar to this, the long wick to the upside near its low, then that would suggest a grab liquidity from the upside. Trust the one on the 30, not the 15 though. Brad, well done, as long as within your plan. Still waiting for someone to post a chart into that new section of Discord. Surely you guys are taking a trade, even if it's the same trades on stream. You guys should make full use of it. Don't need don't need to go into as much detail as I do when I post the trades taken. Just a little description why you took it and the result, and obviously a chart. So market was moving, but now it's stupid emoji thing. I think it seems to be slow. The only thing is a 5-minute bearish engulfing. It's not me. You don't even have a 15 close just yet. This is alright. It comes down. Let's see how it reacts to the previous resistance at retesting gold. This rate looks like I have to wait for 30. 15 doesn't look like it's going to close above. So then potentially up to 30. BJ looks like it's gonna come down. Look at the stop loss if you were taking next M15 though. Alright, gold looking a bit better. They trapped to the left above. Just It's not a 15 minutes until it's M30. Now 15 minute was above the bows and counts here to the left. Stop loss in M15 would be about 40 pip.
Okay, guys, got to run.
No worries, brother. Might catch you later if you're on for NY.
Yeah, you'll be on the NY call?
Yeah.
Okay, definitely we'll see. We'll catch you then.
Cheers, mate.
Take care, guys.
Bye. And it's a riskier entry. Maybe worth a small entry. What would it be though? GJ's just dying. Around 25.80. Well, that's way too high. You probably need to be in a trade, to be honest, right now. So if you small position, I think it's worth a small position on the break. So that's what you could currently be in, based off the 15. Now, this again, the better confirmation is waiting for this 30 to close. If that's the case, then there's a few options. You could have a cheeky limit order, or you could buy it after creates lower wick and begins to break the high. Once again, the safest option is definitely waiting for the 30. This can be just a little, or like a teaser, I suppose, feeler trade based off the 15. 5. What would be the actual entry? I still don't know what the high of that candle was. 79. So you around 70, 25, 78, 79 was the high of that resistance. So you would have looked at around 25, 79 as an entry. So that's the first potential entry. The best option is to wait for the 30 right now. That is by far, in my opinion, the safer option. DJ, wow, it's made the move. dropping out a bit, isn't it? I think we'd have had about 4 pips and it's just dropped straight back to some drawdown. Is anyone in it, by the way? Nice 5-minute closure above. Wrong rejection though in this 5-minute. So for me, the 30 minutes all about what his candle closes, because if it closes pretty much where it's at, I'm going to set a limit order buy back at the high of that bearish candle. Treating this as the pause candle. So it could be a way of layering in. And the other option would be buys above the high of this 30 if it does close preferably a little bit stronger.
Sorry, Justin, I was not there all the time. Are you in?
No, I was saying there was a potential entry on for 15. If anyone's interested, just try and find entry. But I'm waiting for the 30. I'm waiting for this to close and considering a limit order or potential buys above the high of this candle. I'm waiting for a stronger catalyst because 15 was still breaking from below the resistance. It was a strong closure. If that was a 30-minute, I'd definitely be in it.
Okay. So GJ is gone, huh?
Yeah, GJ's died.
So, but there was not really an entry.
Not for me. I'd really like for it to continue down now and retest this zone and see if it does bounce off it. Yeah, I think that's the best option for potential moving forward on GJ. Don't want this to continue to pull back. Can't close like this because it's too close to the high of that bearish candle or the limit order to be valid. Then I'm just going to have to see how the new candle opens up and potentially look to buy it above the high. Hourly, high, low, high, high. Hourly looks like it's struggling a bit though. Is that a resistance? Let's see, just under 6 minutes. Oof. Bit of rejection. For me, the only sells will come below support, 15-minute support. Wow, look at this thing. All right, gold. This is what we want. This is exactly what I want. If it closes pretty much as is, what I'm going to do is set a limit order for the high of that bearish candle. And I'm also likely going to set buy stop so long as the new candle creates a bit of a lower wick just above the high of the current candle when it closes. This is IC markets. It's easier to follow here than the high. The high of this candle so far is 47, 79, 47. So you'd be looking at about 65 roughly. It's just creating a high just now. Is anyone in gold, by the way? Everyone's silent. I'm assuming you're in gold buys right now. Probably sat through a fair bit of drawdown. You are. You're now pushing a bit. Well, now you got 7-8 pips. You probably want to be at break even. Yeah, definitely got your 10 plus if you are in it. So I'm going to look at continuation buys on the next candle. Why won't it let me move it? Ah. Just depends where this, because the limit order now, actually the limit order for 15. That's what I'm going to look at. Limit order back at 25. Let's look at here. It's easier to follow. IC markets. All right. So looking at limit order 25, 78, 79 right now. I'm going to set that. Stop loss below the M30. And I'm also going to look for a potential order above the high. So there are your options. Option one has to close about 8 pips above. So pretty much needs to close around there. So around 59. Let's push up a bit. That's not good. All right, limit order. The bearish M30 is another option. So the high of that candle, 76.95. So you could layer into it, guys, as well. If you want, you could have a small position based off tap into that level. I'm aiming at this level. So 79 is the level I want to get triggered in. 95, sorry, 76.95. 76.95 is where I've got a limit order. Stop loss is back below that bullish candle's low. Guys are awfully quiet. Is anyone in trades? So that was the first potential option, which definitely gave you enough to secure. And some of you may have taken a limit order at that point. You'd be close to break even, just below it. Brad, waiting for gold to set up. Would have been nice to have kept a runner from GJ. Yeah, here's what it is though. So will I get triggered in? Got within about 2 pips being triggered in, and then it's bounced a bit. Doesn't get triggered in, it's all about waiting for the 15-minute, in my opinion. You're looking at buy stop and continuation, that's fair enough. Tough one. It's all about fine tuning. That's what it is. Got close to an entry, but not quite. So now it looks like I'd rather it close a weak bearish candle for, and then I would look for the buys above the actual bearish candle high on the next M15. Thanks, nothing here. Looking at gold, GJ left us hopefully gold, but it came very, very close to that entry. Yeah, I came with about 3.5, 4 pips. Looked like it was going to tap in. The wick too big. Just the distance go travel to get involved. So rather, if it did pull back that far, trigger me into a buy lower down more so than worry about that. So that's why I'd rather it set up again and provide another catalyst like that weak resistance. And then I know if it resistance was to hold, then no real need to break it. If it does break it, then there's a high probability of the green traffic to the left, and we're going to continue to see upside. Once we break through one resistance, and likely destination is, well, the potential destination is the next resistance, which is quite clean to the left. So that's why I'm based it off. So from its low, in order to trigger you in, it's got to travel more than 30 pips, which you can do no problem and still make the move. So I've still got the limit order in. So let me draw that 15-minute resistance in. We close weak bearish above it, and I'm just going to set a buy stop above the bearish candle's high. Low wick, and set a buy stop above it. That's on 15. So that's then going to be the next option. Still got limit order set. Magendra, whenever gold is making all-time highs, take a short position. The best strategy is either a higher trend line. If not, then best possible round number like yesterday. What do you see as shorts in that scenario? Well, to be honest, it's risky, very risky selling in that scenario when it's traveling into all-time high territory. You probably need to wait for some sort of catalyst, and the best catalyst is to wait for a little bit of micro structure to flip back bearish. As far as targets for the upside, yes, the round numbers are good targets, but it could go through those round numbers. So opens that last time it rejected it right on 2600. But the answer risky game to play, have limit orders, sell limit orders in a roaring uptrend, to be honest. I'd rather wait for a catalyst. And so apart from the micro trend flipping bearish, obviously the 30-minute structure flipping bearish, which means you're you know, likely waiting for quite a while for that still to happen. Yeah, that's, for me, that's my opinion. I went over that on Monday. That was actually Monday's educational session with the members, which if those haven't watched it yet, it's a good one. And I explained when, because that was pretty much the exact same question. I explained when I would base it off like a one candle catalyst, what I need to see. So I have a little plan for that, but I'm not sure. It doesn't include trend lines and doesn't include limit orders. So what's the high of this bearish M15 now? It's about to flip, isn't it? So the high is 77. So you're looking at an entry around potentially 95, 25, 79, 95. You have the stop loss below the current M15. That's probably the best way to go about it, to be honest. The 30 is going to be 50 pip stop loss, which you can roll with, but just smaller position, and for me I'd be managing it, so I'm just going to base it off the 15. Actually, just going to place it just below the current M30. I'm probably about to remove the limit order, by the way, guys. If anyone took the original limit order, I'd be at break even now. You've got your 10 plus. So both trades have called so far. We would have had a bit of drawdown, but they definitely hit TPs in the end. Now this thing's freaking flipping. Flipping the M30 need. Yeah, it's so close to being tagged in. It's still not in yet. Still, but now the entry is going to be higher up. So once again, let's find 15. The highest point of this candle is 17. So around 25.80.35 is now the new entry point. 25.80.35. No, I'm just going to remove the limit order, by the way. So looking for potential gold buys on the next M15. Would have preferred a weak bearish candle to create that resistance, but this also does suggest to me we're grabbing liquidity from this previous M15 resistance. If we do close up near our high, there's a good chance it could just pop up at the open, but I still prefer to see a bit of a lower wick. That limit entry would have been in the end it would have sat for a bit of drawdown though. You're safely in profit. Ah, man. Sake, this thing gold. I might limit order that high. I think it's getting in too late at that point. I'd rather let the 15 create a new lower wick, then a little bit lower down. $77. $25.79.77. That's going to give me a better stop loss as well. So I'm waiting for this count to close, M15, and that's where I'm going to sell a buy limit, sorry. Unless it bloody does the same shit and pulls back below. Needs to close strong. I can't pull back because it's not a strong enough closure above that level. Like a game of cat and mouse at the moment, isn't it? All right, about 7 pips above. Hoping for gap up. Kidding me? Set the limit order, but it has to drop now. It can't up, you can't pop anymore. 15's open gap to the upside. Yeah, I'm removing the limit order. It's invalidated. Become invalid. Pop straight up. Man, oh man, oh man. Literally cat and mouse with gold. Literally cat and mouse. Limit orders here. If anyone took it, well done. You've got nice profit. Unfortunately, just missed trigger me in over here. And the 15, even upon the break of the high, it's got no friggin' lower wick. It's got no lower wick. May now, that's better. Sitting out this one. I like the fact that it's now got low wick. I'm not playing ball today, mother. Yeah, it's close but no cigar. Thought you got a W? Which entry did you end up taking? Nice one. So I've called 2 and 2 wins in the end. Hopefully some of you have taken it. Not the best trades in the world. Both had drawdown, but both end up well into TP. Got one of the early ones. Nice one. Frustrating sometimes this thing. Man. I mean, I've got a valid entry, to be honest, guys. More so for 5 minute. All right. You have to be in again. It's just popped up right when I said it. You'd have to be literally in it. It's based off the 5 minute more so than anything. So again, this is the last one I'll be calling. That is your entry right now. You could be in a trade. And it's based off the 5 minute. So oof. All right, I'm at break even. I've closed half. There's you got 10 easy. Wow, that was quick. Look at that. It's a tough one, guys. You need to be ready. But I had a valid entry based on the 5 minute, and that's gone. That's flying. Finally. Nice one. All right, so actually, let me go back. The members will know exactly why I took it, because I will explain it in full detail when I send this chart in. Gold has really been tough to get, very tough to get today, but here we go. I'm flying in some profit, guys. So it's based off the 5 minute more so than anything. well, obviously you got engulfing, you've got a long wick down. I initially wanted to be triggered in on the limit order, and again, it's just one of those ones. As soon as it began to pop again, in my opinion, it was still valid, pulling away from that resistance with clean traffic to the left. Bit of resistance there in a 5 minute, but with the momentum, it was my only way in, to be honest. I hope some of you took it. Wow, nice one. So you also bought for better, nice one. One account, stop loss is 25.50. That one survived until the morning. 25.52 on another, and unfortunately that one perished. At least you got something out of it. I don't know, man, that was a tough one to get involved. Anyone else take it? I apologize, guys, because it's one of those ones where you just had to jump in. I almost missed it. Eventually got there. So I'm assuming no one took it, and that's fair enough. I know, so Lau, it looks like you took it, Warner. But unfortunately, I can't. Sometimes it's just split second decision, guys. It's one of those things where I'll have a catalyst, but it would just appear very quickly. I didn't even think that was going to happen, to be honest, the way that candle was falling. And I was concentrating on the limit order. But anyway, played out. So like I mentioned, 5 minute engulfing candle, you're still above that resistance on the 15. You've tapped into it, rejected it multiple times. 15 closed, obviously up and retired. That's just grab liquidity from the downside. 5 minute engulfing, lower wick, gonna flip, and that's the entry. GJ's a mess. GJ's an absolute mess at the moment. You're a bit bullish biased anyway. Yeah, I'm very bullish on gold. Sometimes not easy in the hot seat. Gbpcad. Be removing this zone just now. Needs a pause. Definitely needs a bit of a pause before looking for potential sells. So just Lau and Dot from earlier, the only two who got in gold buys just then. Well done.
Justin?
Yeah, mate.
Maybe can you maybe look on GU? What do you think maybe about an a buy maybe?
Yeah.
Did we close
Up near the high? Yeah. Yeah, I think it looks good. This looks identical to gold, just lagging.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So I'd like for this to close probably above there. Above that point. And that would be valid. Otherwise 15 is a little bit, looks like it's rejecting if otherwise not. So
yeah, the point is, if I look also on the 1 hour, we have a big
okay
wick,
yeah,
but we closed above that.
yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah,
and the 30 minute has a little bit of clean traffic.
yeah, and there's also a margin there.
Yeah, there is enough margin there. There's about 18 pips or so by the looks of it. off the alley, I understand what you mean. The fact that it's bouncing off this level and it's going to close above.
Yeah.
And
then leaving also this bullish wick at the end.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not so concerned by that, and that's the clean candles on the 30 as well. I think G looks good. Looks really good. Even if it closed like this in the alley, or if it closed like I mentioned with bullish engulfing, then fantastic as well.
Yeah, I would prefer to have engulfing.
Yeah, I would probably prefer engulfing as well. But it does look good. Dot, sorry, between my laptop and my 10 cups of coffee. Got smack like button. All good. Appreciate it. How many likes have we got, by the way? 24. So, alright. All good. No giveaway. And that brings up the half century, guys. That's the 50 wins for the stream. So to the members, I'll explain in full detail that entry later on, 100% full detail. Franco will know of it.
Sorry.
You might not remember it, but you'll know of it.
We'll do an NY session, Justin?
Yes, I will.
And they will explain it, yeah?
100% I'll explain it in full detail. I don't want to explain it in full detail. Other than what I've given, pretty much is what I've mentioned on here, the 5 minute. It is based on the 5 minute, but there was something else I was looking at.
Yeah, okay.
On my MetaTrader. You're rejecting it. Alright guys, any questions? Because otherwise I might wrap it up. Coming to the closure of the alley. GJ is a mess. GJ needs to let it create a move now. Whilst we're printing all this data within this range, the choppier it becomes, the more difficult it becomes to trade. So if it pops up, closes above, there's going to be options to buy it. And if it pops up only to reject, there's going to be an option to sell it. And to the downside right now, the only way I'd consider it if it dropped from the current level for a buy is if it dropped below, I need to reject and close back above. Otherwise, see how it reacts to, if it does pop down to, once again, test this support, consolidates, and starts to close below that resistance, then I would consider the sells below 188 flat, roughly. And that would be GJ Gold. It's a bit of a slow trickle up, but it's making its way up. So again, it's becoming late for the buys now, so you probably need to wait for support. You got some support here on the M30. The M15 is a bit lower down. I'll probably just mark that in, and I would say pullbacks to that level for a potential buy. And if price do reject it and start to pop below it, then I'd look for this sell option below that point there as well. And obviously if ever sells from the highs, if it does reject, that's pretty much it on gold. Yeah, so that would be all. Gbpcad doing its thing, it's moving, but without little to no confirmation. Right now you just need to let it do its thing. Come down to this support, would be great. Look for the buys and sells below it. Anyone interested in Gbpcad. Quickly, GU, it's closing. Not the best closure. It looks like we close back below resistance, so probably be another wait and see for me for a little bit on GU.
Yeah, for me, no entry on GU.
Yeah, same. So that's about it, guys.
Just when you will make it 1 hour before NY session?
Yeah, I'd say about an hour because I got the news. So maybe just 5 minutes before that.
So that means in 3 hours.
Yeah, what's the time? 3? Yeah, roughly. Just under 3 hours, maybe. All right, mate.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate it. You guys.
Bye.
Go well, and I'll see you later. YouTube, if you'd like to know any more about what I do, VIP or coaching or anything like that, feel free to send me a message. Also, as always, just feel free to send me a message on IG if you're not following me on IG. I respond to every message, guys. I've made some friends through the streams and that, so feel free to say g'day. I don't bite. I always appreciate the support. So if you're not done so, please hit the like button. A tough one today. Again, just had to be very quick on the buzzer today. Apologies. I got the W. Hope some of you also got some W's. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Till then, trade safe. Have a good one. Cheers, guys. Catch you later.